Okay, round 3 of the scheduled 5-rounder. Oh, a beautiful exchange of punches here. Richard Wain seriously looks to mean business, but Troy again closing him down into that Muay Thai grapple and just firing those knees in, really scoring some points and making it really hard, just really tying Richard up here, making it really hard work for him. Oh, fantastic. But straight back into it, and the referee very quick to stop it before either one of them falls over the ropes. Oh, Richard Wain firing some great punches there and landing a few of them, but again Troy countering with a few of his own. Again we've got this battle of the knees, and Troy once again is thrown to the deck by Richard Wain. Oh, fantastic left turning kick, and catches Troy with a beautiful, what I believe is a left hook there, and another smashing left hook. He's really got Troy in a little bit of trouble here. Richard Wain back to his feet, more of a trip. Probably he's sensing that left hook is really making some connections here. He's sensing that's the way in, and he's throwing it over and over. More the rope sending him to the floor than Troy, to be fair. Again, Troy now is trying to regather himself. His head's clearing. He looks a bit more composed. He's coming back in, wanting to tie his man up and throw those knees in. Oh, Richard lands another fantastic straight left. And Troy quite quick to tie him back up again here, and he's working the knees. He's holding him tight, he's keeping him close, not giving him too much room, not giving him too much space or opportunity, and he's just planting the knees in, scoring those points. I get the feeling though that Richard would be quite happy to have a trade-off of punches again, but at the moment it's keeping Troy from doing too much damage, and that's the end of that round. I think in that particular round, Richard, in my opinion, just took it slightly, but we will find out in the rounds to come.
Seconds out, round 4.
Okay, round 4 of this scheduled 5-rounder. Troy, the heavily tattooed fighter in the red corner, against Richard Wain fighting out of the blue corner. And again, every round has just started with absolute fury, frantically firing away, straight back into that grapples. I can't even keep track of the amount of knees that are flying here. Richard lands a fantastic left. Again, that seems to be the ticket. That's the punch that seems to be making it through. That seems to be the way through Troy's defences. And I think Wain's starting to pick up on that. And, you know, he's letting it flow with a bit more confidence now. And he's really hitting his mark. If only he could get a bit of distance now, maybe move away from this grapple, he might be able to build and capitalise on this weakness, perhaps, that he's found. Again, it's going, but without both feet planted on the floor, you really can't get too much power behind those punches. Troy trying to apply pressure now, and Troy with a couple of punches of his own. Oh, but a bit of a low blow, but Wain's carrying on, he's fighting through it. He acknowledges a bit of a low blow, but he's just firing the knees in now, he's sucking it up. Oh, again, that left just seems to be finding its way through. Back into the grapple. Clinch work coming into play here. Both fighters, to be fair, putting a lot of effort in the clinches we've seen this point. But you can't help but feel, you know, that left, that straight left of Richard Wain is the one that's going to finish this fight potentially. Playing with a few knees of his own. Troy returning, keeping that score as far as grappling is concerned as even as possible. Troy lands a left jab fairly solidly and then re-engages that grapple, start firing those knees and working the grapple there. And that's the end of the 4th round. Fantastic stuff.
Seconds out, fifth and final round.
Okay, here we are in the fifth and final round of this furious contest between Richard Wain and Troy Rowe. No doubt this has started as frantically as every other round, and yes, their fighters do not disappoint. Straight into that grapple. Oh, and Richard's turning in there, putting the pressure back on him, firing those knees. And Troy to move Richard back into that corner. The referee's breaking it up here. Oh, and that left hook very nearly found its way through again. And Troy very quick to re-engage the grapple and start firing those knees where he seems to feel most comfortable. Standing kick there by Richard Wain. Troy still applying pressure, not giving him any room to breathe. I think that's a good thing. He has to smother him with this grapple, smother him with these knees, because every time he's given Richard Wain any sort of space, Richard's let those left punches fly, and they're the ones that have caused all sorts of trouble. But Troy's coming back with a couple of lefts of his own. Oh, Richard seems to be slowing down a little bit here. To be fair, the rate that this fight has been fought at, you couldn't blame either fighters for being absolutely shattered. They have fought from start to finish of every round so far. They don't look like they're about to stop now. Oh, and Troy with a couple of straight punches make it through, but they just don't quite have the snap or the power this late on to really do any real damage to Wain. Can't help but think that. Oh, and again Wain just seems to dig deep and find a snappy punch of his own, just doesn't quite connect flushly. It's just a shame, straight back into this clinch now. The referee's going to separate them and encourage these boys to keep fighting. It's going to be a tough one to call, a really tough one. And these boys are just fighting to the end, they're non-stop. Both of them won this WFN area title, and it's a tough one to call. Oh, I'm glad I'm a commentator tonight, I'm not a judge, because I frankly can hardly separate the two of them.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds of electrifying Muay Thai action, your judges have reached a decision. Your winner, by unanimous decision,